Antonella Manuli.
I'm Antonella Manuli from Milan. I've lived in various places from Switzerland to California, where I went to university. Since then, I've been working for quite a while here in Maremma. And whilst here, I have had the opportunity to get to know the local area very well, and from that came the idea to launch a project based on promoting the unique value of this region, which, for me, are its rich, fertile nature and landscape.
La Maliosa is an agribusiness which covers around 160 hectares in the hills of the Maremma. Vineyards, olive groves, arable land and woodlands are used to produce artisan wines, extra virgin olive oil and honey.
We make authentic artisan wines, which come under the category commonly known as natural wines. We have a white wine made from Procanico grapes, a traditional variety used in the Maremma and northern Lazio. Next, we have reds made from Ciliegiolo, Sangiovese and Canonau Grigio grapes. These are all traditional varieties found in the vineyard that had already been part of the business for 50 years.
This business has one fundamental purpose, and that is to use local resources properly, whilst respecting the land and the environment. Conservation and good management are therefore a concern for everyone involved in the business. The golden rule here is to conserve the abundant natural features of this terrain.
Choosing to promote traditional varieties of both grapes and olives was a move towards truly sustainable agriculture. The fact that these varieties are adapted to the climate and soil conditions allows us to use much less invasive management techniques. La Maliosa is the first and for the moment only biodynamic agribusiness to have measured its own ecological footprint in conjunction with Indico, which is a spin-off of the University of Siena. It turned out that, as a business, we absorb 100 times more carbon dioxide than we produce, and therefore have a positive impact on the local environment. The same result was verified individually for our wine, oil, and honey products. Just as for our vineyards, we also carry out research on the germplasm of our old olive trees, which are around 70 to 80 years old. This is our own real cultivar database. There are typical Tuscan cultivars known as Frantoio, Pendolino, Lecchino, Mariaiolo, an infrequently used but recently rediscovered cultivar called Lecchio del Cono, which we have selected and replanted in the younger olive groves just to create a mono-varietal oil. We produced this oil for the first time in 2016, and it gave us immense satisfaction as it won several awards in various competitions, including in particular the Extra Gold Medal at Biol, which is the largest competition for organic oils in the world. The decision to produce honey came last because we have only been producing it for 3 years, mainly to make the most of our environment. Our environment is very kind to bees and other insects, as we don't use any pesticides or other agrochemicals. Also, leaving lots of fields uncultivated means lots of wild flowers for many months, both in the meadows and fields. All of this seemed to us to be the right conditions for producing honey, and so we produce our wildflower honey, which we call Fiore di Maremma, because the bees really do collect it from our very own wildflowers on our very own fields. At La Maliosa farm, they conduct tours and tasting sessions. Guests are mainly interested in visiting the farm's productive operations, but obviously, after visiting them, they also want to try out the products. We discovered an historic farm building here, which was used in the 1800s as a primary school for all the farm children in the local area. This is where we hold the tasting sessions of local products, such as cheeses and meats, which we pair with our wines, extra virgin oils and wildflower honey.